Hello again, everyone. I think maybe I got a phone call and my computer went all wonky on me. It looked like I was still going for like 6 minutes. I went back and watched, and it looked like we ended at about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I was encouraging you guys that we are so close to the end and just explaining why I love this as a lifestyle. So it's going to be something that I'm continuing and that I think would be really cool if we could all do that together, and that there's some cool things coming up. And then I was sharing with you guys some of my favorite healthy swaps. So I started on Kodiak cakes, and from the last bit of the video that I could see, it ended on me talking about Kodiak cakes. So Kodiak cakes, what are they? They're like a higher protein version of regular pancakes, and they have less sugar and less ingredients, and they're truly really really delicious. And my kids love them. I love them. So all of my things are going to be kid approved because I'm not about making 5 different meals for everyone in the family. So every weekend I make Kodiak cakes in a little waffle maker. I get them from Target usually, but any waffle maker I'm sure would work. So I have these little waffle makers, and I make waffles ahead of time. They kind of are like shaped like Eggo size waffles, but they're so much better for you and your kids than Eggo waffles. I really truly think that they taste better. You can top them with so many things. They're not as sweet, but they still have really sweet girl. I'm on a live, okay? Just 1 minute, okay? So they're not as sweet because they don't have as much sugar, but when you add things to them, it's really good. Like I like to do fruit on top, or like peanut butter and a banana. That's really good. There's a lot of different ways that you can still make it have the sweetness to it. Do they have a waffle that's similar? I don't know. I use on the back of the box, it has pancake instructions or waffle instructions. There's also a ton of recipes online for like muffins and bread and anything you can imagine. They have a lemon pop or almond poppy seed flavor that is so good. Like if you love poppy seed muffins like I used to, so 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 good. I don't even top them with anything. I just eat them right out of the waffle maker. Or when I freeze them over the weekend, then we just pop them into the toaster just like you would an Eggo or something, and it's the same thing. It's just healthier for you, and you made it, so it's better. And so Kodiak cakes is my very first alternative that we use all the time, literally every day. That's probably what me and my kids are having for breakfast. Spaghetti squash. I love spaghetti squash. Now, I was a huge, huge, huge traditional spaghetti noodle lover, like obsessed, okay? If I had to pick a favorite food, it would probably be Italian food. So I was so nervous to try spaghetti squash, you guys. I was nervous about it. I was like, gosh, it's so much more work. It's going to take more time. It's a vegetable. I don't even really like squashes in general. Spaghetti squash is so good. So if you haven't tried it, you have to try it. You can just get one, you cut it in half, set your oven at 400, you scoop the seeds out, get somebody strong, cut it in half, because they're not easy to cut. And then you put some oil in it, a little bit of garlic, and some salt or pepper, whatever seasonings you like. That's what I like to do. And then you face up, so the open side up, put it in the oven on a tray for about 30 minutes on 400, shred it up with a fork, put it on a plate, and I'm telling you, like, that much satisfies me more than like a whole plate of spaghetti. So it's more filling. It's a vegetable, so it's good for you. And it really, truly does taste good. My kids eat it. I eat it. My husband eats it now. We're all obsessed with spaghetti squash. Another good alternative, if you're not ready to like dive way deep off of the spaghetti squash, and is red lentil pasta. So red lentil pasta comes from red lentils. So it has more protein in it, and it has about the same carb content depending on what one you pick, but it has higher protein, so you don't need as much to be as full. Plus, it only has one ingredient in it, which is usually red lentils. So I don't know where it ended up me earlier, but I was talking about how when you're looking at foods, it's just really important to look for the most natural things you can get. So when you're looking at ingredients, or if you don't look at ingredients, at least start peeking at them, because you want to go for things that have the littlest amount of ingredients in them. And if you don't know how to announce the word, you probably have no idea what it is. So look into it, and sometimes you're going to be amazed at what it actually is. It's kind of gross. So that is like my general advice for when you're trying to think of healthy swaps. The fewer ingredients, and if you know exactly what they are, you're probably good to go. So when it comes to like a late night snack, you guys, I'm a dairy lover. I've had to be dairy free for like 9 months now because I have a dairy allergy. It's not my favorite. But a good alternative that I used to love was Skinny Cow ice creams. They have little bars, they have little pops, like fudge pops, the vanilla ice cream coated in chocolate. Like they have so many different options. But I love that they're already portioned out because you don't have to portion it, and they taste so good. Daiya or Daiya, I'm not sure how to say it, Daiya, also has really, really good ones. There's one that's like a mint chocolate chip one. That one was my very, very favorite. And again, I think those ones have like close to 100 calories in them, and it comes in a single serving, so you don't have to guess, which I think is where a lot of us go wrong when we're trying to track calories and lose weight and that sort of a thing, is we're not actually like measuring out what we're eating. We're like guessing, like a handful, like, oh yeah, that's a cup. It's probably not. So another thing that I feel like a lot of people think is really, really healthy, yogurt. If you're eating Yoplait, it's not that healthy for you. It's just not. There's so much sugar in it and so many added ingredients. A really easy swap, and it really is good, is Greek yogurt. Our favorite around here is the Oikos Greek yogurt, Total Zero. It has 0 sugars and 15 grams of protein. So again, that protein is going to help you feel more full, and with it being a lower calorie content, you're going to have more room to add in more foods throughout the day. So that is a really great alternative compared to, like, say, I used to love Noosa yogurt, which is kind of like a fancier yogurt. It has 20 grams of sugar and 30 carbs in the same serving. That's disgusting, right? Like, that's really gross. And totally not worth it whenever you can leave so much more room for other things throughout the day. I promise you, if you haven't tried it, try it. It looks weird when you first open it up. You just mix it up. It's just not pre-mixed. It's Greek yogurt. So then the other thing that I feel like people really fall for is peanut butter. Peanut butter is really not that great for you. Like Jif, it's not that great. I mean, it tastes delicious. I love it still. I used to eat it by the spoonful. But it has so many added ingredients and sugars for you. If that's your thing and you have to have it, go for it. But really, really consider it, because there are organic swap options for it. And usually they'll just have like 1 or 2 ingredients in it, like some sort of oil that it was used to be mixed with, and the actual nut itself. So some type of peanuts. My favorite one is from Trader Joe's. I don't eat it by the spoonful because that's nasty. It's not the same. But it does taste good on other things as an alternative to be added with other things. So condiments. Condiments are so, so, so sneaky, right? Because we just like pour on some ranch and we think it's okay. And then you're like making this big old salad and you're pouring it on. You're like, that's like a tablespoon. You guys, it's probably like 4 to 6, really. I mean, honestly, it doesn't go as far as we think it would. And there are so many calories and unnecessary things in ranch. There is 140 calories in 2 tablespoons of ranch. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot, just to have a little extra flavor to something, right? So there's some Greek yogurt alternative. I think the one that I have is called Bolthouse, and it really, truly is good. Like, it tastes really good. And there's no colors, flavors, or preservatives in it, and it has 73 fewer calories, 84% less fat, and there's only 45 calories per tablespoon. So that's not very much, right? Or 2 tablespoons. So when you compare that to ranch, which is 140 calories, you have almost 100 extra calories to go. So that's like your Skinny Cow ice cream or Daiya ice cream after your dinner, right? Like, it makes a big difference. So then moving on to sour cream. I was a dairy lover. Lover of dairy, like all things dairy. Sour cream in particular. Guys, it's really not that good for you. And I promise you, I've tried the Greek yogurt, the plain Greek yogurt swap for sour cream. I cannot taste the difference. You could put them in dishes in front of me and dip one finger in one and one the other. I legitimately cannot tell the difference. It is that good. And I've had to learn how to be dairy-free over the last few months. So if you are dairy-free like me, there is an alternative for Greek yogurt that is like almond yogurt that is plain, that's really good swap for sour cream. Like, if I'm making, I do taco salads a lot, drizzle some of that on top. It is super good. A little different consistency. It's a little thinner, but it still has the same flavor and taste. So those are really good swaps for sour cream. If you're a rice lover, rice is good, but let's try to pick like brown rice, that sort of a thing, right? And not like minute rice or instant rice. That's a good place to start. But beyond that, if you're trying to really cut out your carbs, to really cut down on that, cauliflower rice is a good swap. I don't really like it like by itself. If I'm doing it, I gotta have it mixed in with something else, kind of like a stir fry or something like that. For me, that's the only way that I can do it. But the cauliflower rice is really, really good, and it's in like hot demand right now. But again, if you're getting it like in a freezer section or something, check the ingredients, because these people are sneaky, you guys. If you look at your ingredients, there'll be things in there and you're like, why in the world is that even in there? Like, I don't understand. It's crazy. So just pay attention to your ingredients. But cauliflower rice is a really, really good and healthy swap. Chips. I love me some chips. I love salt and vinegar chips, are my favorite. My kids really like the barbecue chips. So a really good alternative, and they really are good, I promise, is the popcorn chips or the pop chips. They're made out of corn, not out of potatoes. I get them at Costco in like a big bulk box because we all love them. And listen to the difference between these two. So like a normal bag of like Lay's salt and vinegar chips, there's 160 calories in it, 15 carbs, 10 grams of fat, and 28 grams of something that I didn't write down. So the same portion size of the popcorn chips is only 100 calories, 3.5 grams of fat, and 15 carbs. So it still has the same carb content because it's a carb, but it's better in all of the other areas. They're lighter, and I personally really like the taste of them better now that I've gotten used to them. One very, very last thing that I'll give to you guys. So I like to do stir fries a lot. I probably have stir fry like at least once a week, veggie or like chicken and veggie stir fry. And when you're putting in, I can't even think of the name of it right now, the sauce, soy sauce. Soy sauce has so much sodium in it. It is gross, okay? Like 960 milligrams of sodium per tablespoon or teaspoon. I can't really tell my handwriting right now. A lot of sodium, way more sodium than you could possibly ever need for like what it acts like for that little amount. That's insane. So coconut amino acids, they taste the same. Again, it's gonna be one of those things where I tell you I personally think it tastes better now. I do. I don't even, soy sauce makes me want to like gag a little bit now. Coconut amino acids are really, really good, and it has 300 milligrams compared to 960 milligrams of sodium. So that sodium is going to make you hold on to extra water, and it's just really, really not good for you anyways. Plus, now, like I said, the thought of it makes me feel kind of grossed out because that's a lot. So I hope you guys enjoy these healthy swaps. Again, there are so many options out there. So you can Pinterest it, you can YouTube it, you can Google it, like whatever search engine you're into. There are so many different healthy swaps. There's probably even hashtags on Instagram for healthy swaps or Facebook. So there are so many options out there. Just remember, the fewer ingredients, the best. And if you can reach for something that's whole natural, like an apple or some vegetables or, something that came from the earth, you're going to be better off than something in a bag. But we all have to have these things. So my last advice is to have these things on hand. You're going to have weak moments where you want to eat out or when your kids are having something and you want some. So have healthy alternatives for you in place ahead of time so that you don't cave and then feel guilty about it. And here's the other thing. Don't let yourself feel guilty about messing up, right? You're doing this for your health. You're doing this because you love yourself. If you're not, reevaluate and consider it, because that's why you should be doing it, and you're going to have a better time doing it and probably be able to do it for a lot longer if you're doing it because you love yourself and you're trying to fuel your body and give your body the best that you can. So that is all my advice that I have for you guys today. Love yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Everybody falls and slips up. Have things in place ahead of time. All you can do is all you can do. Do the very best you can. We are almost there. This has been so good. I'm going to close out with a little giveaway. We've been doing that, and I think that it has been so much fun. So my giveaway for today is a healthy swap I love to do is legitimately water. So I only drink water or tea, sometimes decaf coffee once a week. I go to my favorite coffee stand and get a decaf coffee. And it has made all the difference. If you're drinking all of your water, guess what? You're not going to be as hungry and you're not going to find yourself snacking on everything in the universe, okay? So I have this. It's a big guy. It's a gallon-sized water, and it tells me I'm so behind today. It's not even funny. But it tells me, like, for each increment of time, drink your water to here, keep going, you got this, you're awesome. So I just carry this around. I take it to work with me, and then I pour it into little cups, or I carry it around my house. You can take it to the gym, and then you're not refilling things all day long. And it has a straw, so I love that, and it's flexible, like it goes in. There's a cap for it. If you turn it over in your car, it will spill. Been there, done that. But this thing is amazing. It has a little handle for it. I love it. So we're going to be doing a giveaway of this and a $25 Target gift card so that you can get these healthy swaps for your own life and to have on hand, just like we were talking about, so that in your weak moments you can reach for something that's healthier than something that might not be as healthy. So this cute little water bottle is going to cheer you on. I love black and white, everything. If you can see my house, that's what my whole entire house is. But they have tons of other fun colors too. So I am really excited to be on here with you guys today. You guys are absolutely killing it. This group has been phenomenal. I'm so excited to see where it keeps going, and keep on keeping on. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday, rest of your week, and I want to say I love you guys, but that might be weird. So thank you guys for being on here with me today. I hope you enjoy these healthy swaps, and I will see you guys later.